Carathon 2019 rolls on late into the night here on WSB, the biggest radio station in the South. Here with us tonight is one of the thousands of happy success stories that comes out of the Aflac Cancer and Blood Disorder Center at Children's Healthcare in Atlanta. You've heard in the background a few youngsters already making their appearance on the radio. Here with us tonight is the Elrod family from Gainesville, Georgia. Hamilton Elrod is 5 years old. He is joined by his parents. He is also joined by his two sisters and his baby brother, Hamilton. How you doing, buddy?
Good.
Hamilton is a 5-year-old with leukemia. Hamilton, do you know what leukemia is?
No.
That's all right. But how are you doing now?
Good.
Good. That's all that matters. Here with him is his dad, Zach, his mom, Whitney, and Zach. How is Hamilton's day-to-day life right now?
Day-to-day life right now is a lot more normal than it was about a year ago. For the most part, he does everything that any other 5-year-old kid would do. He runs around and he plays. He likes to go fishing when he can. He likes to go swimming, plays with his sisters. We like to play board games and play Legos. Right now, he has once-a-month visits to the hospital where he'll get checked up or get his chemo. He actually went to the hospital yesterday, got a checkup. We get his blood work and we get his numbers just to see how he's doing. So for the most part, our things are pretty normal. Occasionally, if we have a situation where there's a fever or something along those lines, we'll have to go into the hospital. But recently, we haven't had to deal with any of that, so we're very thankful.
Isn't it a wonderful place to be able to go? Just think of the care that's available for Hamilton and the family.
It is one of the top 10 pediatric cancer centers in the country. How would this journey be different if the Aflac Cancer Center was not right around the corner?
I don't even know if I could begin to even think about or describe how it would be different. I know that we've met some folks who they're close by, but they're still kind of outside of the metro region, and so we've heard some of their struggles as far as having to travel, having to spend the night, obviously days away from work and the complications that can create. I think it would create a greater worry because we know that if we have a problem, we're probably no more than 45 minutes to an hour from the hospital. But if people outside of that region have a problem, then it's a much further distance and it's just a longer time. And so you just kind of take all those things into consideration. So, outside of that, I really can't. I don't even know if I would want to think about it or imagine that we'd have to deal with
What
that.
a fabulous, pardon me for interrupting, what a fabulous opportunity it is for everyone listening now to participate in some fashion for hats, for caps, and for other things that go on for 24 hours here, raising the money that you're raising and where the money goes and what the benefit. And we just had a great description of that benefit.
Zach, you've grew up in this area. You've listened to the Carathon a lot as a listener. Now you've been on the other side of it. How does what you've heard on this radio station compare with what you've now had to deal with in person?
Well, I guess when you listen on the radio station, you hear some of the stories, and I don't know that you ever think about your own child having to deal with a situation. You're certainly glad to help when you can. I don't know that you fully appreciate all the things that the Aflac Cancer Center does and all the people all the work that they do to raise the funds for it. It's one of those things that I think unless you've either gone through it personally or if you've had family members that have gone through it, it's probably impossible to actually understand all the benefit that the Cancer Center provides. I really wish that everybody who participates could actually go and see the facilities. They could meet the doctors, they can meet the nurses, they can meet the kids, because then you really get the full impact of what the money goes towards. It's not just research, it's not just medicines, but we have the Ronald McDonald room where parents can go to get meals or to just relax for a little bit. There's toys there for the kids to play with. Hamilton loves Legos. People donate Legos, so he just asks one of the child life specialists, hey, could I get a box of Legos to work with? And they'll bring him a box of Legos, and that keeps him entertained. But also he just really enjoys that, so it brings him a sense of joy when he's there.
Hamilton, how good are you with Legos?
Sometimes good, sometimes bad. Can't do all of them.
Can you follow the directions?
Sometimes.
I mean, you don't really need directions, right? You can do it on your own. Are you that good? You don't even need directions. You can just make it up in your head?
Nope.
Nope. What do you like to make? What do you like to build?
Well, I just got a new pack a few days ago. It was Ninjago.
What's Ninjago?
It's about ninjas.
Alrighty. What'd you make with it?
A boat.
A boat? What else do you do in the hospital when you're done with your Legos? What else do you play with over there?
And play with, Zone, and we play video games.
So the zone, that's an area in the hospital where they've got video games?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of video games? They got Mario Kart?
Yeah, they got Mario Kart. One time I actually played Mario Kart with a National Falcon player.
Oh, really? Who won?
Really, the Falcon.
The Falcon won. Remember who it was?
I don't know his name. I forgot.
Well, was he a nice guy?
Yeah.
What else did you guys do?
That was really all. We played. It was Mario Kart.
Well, okay, what I want to know from Hamilton more than anything is when's the last time we went fishing, son, and what'd you catch?
I caught a bass.
Oh, you did?
Lots of them. At my Mimi and Granddaddy's.
Oh, well, see, that's going to last forever.
They have a pond.
Oh, you had with your grandfather at a pond? Well, good for you. What'd you catch them on?
A fishing pole.
Oh, okay. All right, that'll work most of the time. Yeah, you bet. Well, good. Well, Cena, you can do that for a long, long, long time. Fishing lasts forever. Whether you're 5 years old or 95 years old, there's always a place to go fishing. There's always a fish to catch. And when you catch him, you can put him back if you want to and make the pond last a long, long time also.
How big was the fish?
About this big.
About that big?
That's bigger than your head? That's a big fish. Did you need help reeling it in, or could you pull it in yourself?
I could pull it in myself.
Was it a largemouth bass or smallmouth?
Smallmouth.
Smallmouth. Couldn't get have you got a largemouth bass yet?
Mm.
No. What other types of fish do you fish for?
That's really all of the fish in my Mimi and Granddaddy's pond that I catch.
Where's the pond at?
It's in the backyard.
Oh, those are good places. The fish don't have any other place to go. You got them corralled. I love to fish in ponds also. Gail Williams fishes too from time to time, very often, about once a year.
Not even that often.
But she has to listen to me.
That's right. But I did catch an 8-pound striper one time, many years ago.
Yes, she
Many
did.
years
At
ago.
Lake Lanier, an 8-pounder.
Hamilton, I'd like to ask you a question, if you don't mind.
I don't mind.
Okay. I thought this was, when I read about you, I thought this was so cute. You have a special name for something that gives you your medication. What do you call that? Is it your button? Is it the button?
Yes.
Oh.
You made him blush.
Hamilton, if I were to come over there and mash on that button, would it make you laugh?
No.
Oh, it wouldn't hurt though, would it?
No.
Oh, good, good. Well, that's a wonderful thing that you have, so that you can get your medication to make you well through that button. I like that name.
Don't worry. Gail is an expert button pusher,
I am.
so you don't have to worry about
Pushes
her.
my buttons all the time.
Another thing I was wondering about, maybe kind of change up here, Whitney. You're a mother of 4 beautiful children, I might add. And so I'm sure that since Hamilton's diagnosis, your life has changed quite a bit. Would you care to tell us about that?
It's changed, yes. We definitely didn't have any thoughts of this being where we were at the time that we have 4 kids and having one of them have leukemia. That's definitely not something that you ever foresee in your dreams for down the road.
Sure.
But it's definitely changed how we do the Elrod household, how we run our day-to-day. But we try and keep it that way, one day at a time, not thinking too far ahead, and trying to keep the best attitudes that we can have.
Attitude is so important.
As our parents, and trying to make good examples for our kids.
Yes. I can, by looking at your children, how well behaved they are, I can tell you're doing a good job, obviously.
There's 4 of them here in the studio, and they're
Yeah.
all having fun with us here tonight as the Carathon rolls on here on WSB. It's our 19th edition for 2019 to donate to the Aflac Cancer and Blood Disorder Center, Children's Health Care of Atlanta, and help families like the Elrods with 5-year-old Hamilton. Call 888-750-2772 or do it online at WSBradio.com. Jay Black with Gail and O'Neill Williams. We'll be back here in a moment on WSB.